Level 7 is godly sorrow, and this is the one that reframes every level that came before it. Here's what most people expect level 7 to look like: the most dramatic emotional moment, the loudest public brokenness, the most intense altar experience of everything on this list, because we've been trained to associate depth of feeling with depth of repentance. And that assumption is exactly what kept most people cycling at level 3 for years without knowing it. What level 7 actually looks like is something entirely different. It is the most active level on this list, the most visible, the most costly, and it has almost nothing to do with how much you felt in the moment. 2 Corinthians 7:10-11 is the passage this entire breakdown has been building toward. Paul doesn't just tell us godly sorrow produces repentance. He opens the next verse and lists exactly what that repentance looks like when it finally arrives. 7 specific outcomes, not emotions, outcomes: earnestness, eagerness to clear yourself, indignation, alarm, longing, concern, readiness to see justice done. Walk through those slowly, because most Christians have never experienced most of them. Earnestness, a seriousness about the sin that doesn't dissolve when the emotional moment passes. Eagerness to clear yourself, not to manage your image, but to remove every trace of what stood between you and God. Indignation, a genuine anger at the sin itself, at what it cost the people around you, at how long you allowed it to stay. Alarm, the kind of holy fear that makes you treat the sin as the threat it actually is, rather than the manageable inconvenience you've been negotiating with. Longing, a deep pull back toward God that makes the sin feel like the loss it always was. Concern, an awareness of how the sin affected others that moves you toward them rather than away. Readiness to see justice done, a willingness to let repentance cost you something real, even when nobody is requiring it of you. That is what genuine repentance produces, not as a formula to perform, but as the natural outflow of sorrow that was actually aimed at the right thing. Most Christians keep repeating the same sins because they have been cycling between levels 1 and 3. Genuine emotion, genuine relief, genuine intention, without ever crossing into the territory where repentance produces visible, active, costly fruit. Psalm 51:10 captures what this level asks for. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Not manage in me a cleaner behavior. Create something entirely new, something only God can produce, and only receives entry through the kind of sorrow that wants the sin gone, not just the guilt. Level 7 is not something you achieve by trying harder at the levels below it. It is what becomes possible when you finally stop bringing God your relief seeking and start bringing Him your full surrender. The question you leave with is not whether you have repented. You have repented. Probably many times. The question is which level you actually reached and whether you are willing to keep going past the place that finally cost you something you were not prepared to give. Drop in the comments which level hit closest to home, and if someone in your life has been stuck in the same cycle for years, send this to them, because the answer they've been looking for was never more willpower. It was always a deeper repentance.